What if I told you some of history's most powerful rulers, figures we often imagine as paragons of cleanliness and grace, were in reality so filthy and riddled with disease? Imagine the opulent courts, the lavish banquets, the sheer power they wielded, all masking a reality far more grim. We're not talking about a little dirt under the fingernails here. That foreign diplomats accustomed to the finest things in life literally threw up in disgust or turned on their heels and ran away, unable to stomach the stench and the sight of their supposed equals. These weren't isolated incidents but rather a recurring theme throughout history. These weren't peasants struggling to survive in squalor. They were kings, emperors, pharaohs, gods in the eyes of their people, living in unimaginable luxury, yet often wallowing in their own filth. Their personal hygiene or lack thereof defied belief even by the standards of their time. Welcome to the disgusting truth about royalty, the scandalous secrets and unhygienic habits you were deliberately never taught in school. Prepare to have your perception of history shattered as we delve into the dark side of power. Subscribe now for more horrific royal tales, tales of unimaginable excess and appalling hygiene, and hit that like button if you're brave enough to keep watching and uncover the shocking realities behind the gilded facade of history. You might want to grab a barf bag, you've been warned. Let's delve into the often unpleasant personal habits of royalty throughout history. While we often imagine kings and queens living in pristine luxury, the reality was sometimes far from glamorous. Prepare yourself, because some of these stories are not for the faint of heart. We're going to uncover some truly disgusting royal habits, behaviors that might make you question everything you thought you knew about the lives of the rich and powerful. These aren't just minor quirks. These are full-blown hygiene fails and bizarre eccentricities that shaped the courts and impacted the lives of those around them. We'll begin our journey into royal hygiene horrors with King James V of England. Now, King James was known for many things, including his role in commissioning the King James Bible, but he was also known for something far less holy, his aversion to bathing. This man proudly admitted he hadn't bathed in years, and I mean, it wasn't a matter of mere months. We're talking about a multi-year commitment to staying unwashed. Eyewitnesses claimed lice visibly jumped off his body when he moved. Imagine being in a royal court trying to maintain your composure, while tiny creatures are actively abandoning ship from the king himself. It paints a rather unflattering picture, doesn't it? The situation was so dire that ambassadors wore perfume-soaked cloths just to survive a meeting. These weren't subtle spritzes of cologne, these were full-on olfactory assaults designed to mask the king's natural aroma. Speaking of unpleasantness, let's move on to the infamous Henry VIII. A larger-than-life figure in every sense of the word, Henry's reign was marked by political upheaval, religious reformation, and, unfortunately, a rather gruesome medical condition. Henry VIII developed an ulcerated leg that never healed. This wasn't just a minor scrape or a superficial wound, it constantly leaked pus. The smell was detectable 3 rooms away. Can you imagine the sheer discomfort, not to mention the social awkwardness, of being in the vicinity of the king? It must have been a truly horrifying experience for everyone involved. The stench was so overwhelming that one French ambassador fainted mid-audience. Yes, you heard that right. A representative of a foreign power, presumably accustomed to the finer things in life, was so overcome by the king's infected leg that they literally passed out. It's a testament to the truly appalling conditions that prevailed in the royal court. Now let's journey to France and explore the peculiar case of Charles VI. Mental health was not well understood in the past, and some royal eccentricities were truly bizarre. Charles VI of France believed he was made of glass. Terrified of shattering into a million pieces, he took extreme measures to protect himself. He wore metal rods under his clothes to protect himself from shattering. Imagine the discomfort of wearing such a contraption all day, every day, all because of a deeply held delusion. His fragile mental state made him unpredictable and prone to fits of rage and paranoia. When a servant brushed his robe, Charles screamed and locked himself in a tower for a week. A simple accidental touch sent the king spiraling into a week-long isolation. Shifting gears to ancient Rome, we encounter the notoriously eccentric Caligula, Emperor of Rome. Caligula was known for his cruelty, his extravagance, and his unusual affection for his horse. Caligula, Emperor of Rome, loved his horse Incitatus. This wasn't just a casual fondness, it was an all-consuming obsession. He showered the animal with unimaginable riches and honors. He gave it a marble stable, golden feed buckets, and a palace. The horse lived in greater luxury than many of the citizens of Rome, but Caligula's obsession didn't stop at material possessions. He wanted to elevate his beloved horse to the highest echelons of Roman society, and yes, he officially declared the horse a Roman senator. The absurdity of the situation is almost comical, but it speaks volumes about Caligula's detachment from reality and his abuse of power. Returning to France, we find another monarch with questionable hygiene habits, Louis XIV, the Sun King. Known for his opulent court and his absolute rule, Louis XIV, the Sun King, hated bathing. Like King James, Louis preferred to avoid water whenever possible. Instead, he doused himself in heavy perfumes and changed clothes multiple times daily. While this might sound like a reasonable alternative, it was ultimately a futile attempt to mask the underlying problem. The lack of proper hygiene eventually caught up with him in a rather gruesome way. Doctors once scraped maggots from a festering wound beneath his wig, a truly horrifying image and a stark reminder that even the most powerful monarchs are not immune to the consequences of poor hygiene. Finally, let's consider the tragic fate of Emperor Valerian. Emperor Valerian was captured by the Persians. This marked the beginning of a long and humiliating ordeal. Rather than kill him outright, the Persians devised a particularly cruel form of torture. Rather than kill him, they used him as a human footstool. Every day the Persian king stepped on Valerian to mount his horse. The indignity of this act is almost unimaginable. Valerian endured this torment for years, a symbol of Roman defeat and Persian dominance. He died after years of humiliation. His skin was allegedly stuffed and kept on display. A gruesome trophy, a constant reminder of the Roman Empire's vulnerability. These stories, while disturbing, offer a glimpse into the less than glamorous realities of royal life. They remind us that even those in positions of power are not immune to human failings, bizarre obsessions, and the occasional hygiene disaster. History, as we often perceive it, is carefully curated and sanitized, but the reality is far from pristine. It's raw, often unsettling, rotting with the decay of human ambition and fallibility, and utterly human in its capacity for both great good and unspeakable evil. It's a messy tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy, and it's important to remember that. So after delving into the darker corners of royal history, which disgusting royal fact shocked you the most? Was it the bizarre rituals, the scandalous affairs, or the outright cruelty? We want to know. Drop your answer in the comments below. Let's discuss the madness and mayhem together. Enjoyed this descent into depravity? Then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more historical horrors, and share it with your bravest friends, the ones who can stomach the truly gruesome details. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you thought this was wild, just wait. Next time we'll reveal which pope, in a truly bizarre chapter of papal history, put a corpse on trial and the utterly insane reasons behind it. Prepare for a tale of power, paranoia, and posthumous judgment. Stay curious, stay disturbed, and we'll see you in the next historical nightmare.